Okay. Now, I'm gonna be a little bit honest right now. It is, we have a bit of a, whoa, looks like we already have a bit of a mishap right now. The production might have increased, the production budget, but we're still, tinkering out some might say the specifics of how to actually use a tripod right now. Still kind of throwing me off. I feel kind of like I'll definitely say there's some energy of, I feel like one of those cops right now where they have the little laptops on their right side or on their passenger side. Because as much as I want to ignore that there's a camera / tripod right next to me in the passenger seat, I'm going to look at it. Like, I'm going to look at the camera occasionally. Especially with that little mishap right there where it face planted right into my water bottle. Is my screen crack? Okay. We're off to a good start right now if the screen did not crack. Okay, yeah, this is gonna break my phone the more I do this. How do I do this so this doesn't annihilate my phone's structural integrity? Some troubleshooting will need to be had. But it's actually a little bit earlier of a day for me today. I woke up, I don't want to say unwillingly, but I went to bed around 12-ish yesterday. Not even 12 actually, maybe around like 12:15 is when I actually closed my eyes and I drifted off into the world of the sleeping. As you see me as I hold up my poor little tripod setup that's struggling right now. The car's just too powerful. Just kidding. What if I do? I might have to put you guys back into the little down-up perspective that we were witnessing yesterday. At the same time, this is a nice little view though, right? We get a little bit more scenery, even though it's quite gray today. Look at that, we got a little sunroof action. Maybe I'll just be a little bit more mindful about my driving. At the same time, I also need to advocate that we need to do safe driving. So maybe I'm not doing something good right now. But as I said, arms yesterday was actually quite the fascinating workout, if I can say so myself. For the first time ever, once I started really focusing on having good sets. Maybe it's also like the hyper attention I gave to it because I was like, oh, I'm recording an exercise. Even though I recorded literally one set because it was like the one where I had like the least amount of people and I felt the least amount of awkward energy of me standing there with my camera. Even though yesterday I didn't even have a tripod. Did I buy this tripod? No, I dug around in my miscellaneous bin that I feel like a lot of households have. And lo and behold, the story about this tripod too is, I think this is like literally like an influencer tripod because it has a ring light attachment too, which I'm not obviously going to bring to the gym because having a tripod already is already enough of, damn, this is going to be one rocky adventure today, it seems. Every turn I make is a potential adventure for all of us right now. But you might be saying, oh, Andy, you're in a hoodie today. Why is that? Well, it's actually quite a brisk 54 degrees for once today. After a very hot and humid summer, I might say this is a little bit of a welcome addition, some might say. But, oh my goodness, every time I accelerate, this tripod's on its last legs right now. So, wait, 9:05 a.m. and it's a school zone right now? I thought schools already are... I have to go 25 miles per hour in what is normally a 45 mile per hour road. If I brake, is this gonna... Okay, so during braking, the tripod is pretty stable. It's definitely seems to be among acceleration that it's having a little bit of a hard time. So what if I do a little bit of adjustments right now? And then I do that, and then I do this. And let's see how that works out for the time being. With the rule of leverages, I put, with the idea of a tripod setup, you have 3 legs, right? So what if I put that one leg, if I have the triangle. Okay, let's ignore how I couldn't formulate. I don't have enough fingers, unless, now it looks like I'm throwing up gang signs, but let's see, the test, if I do a slow acceleration, not too bad actually, not too shabby indeed. Now I wonder if I'm going to get weird looks if I ever pull up next to somebody and just see a weird tripod set up next to me. Well, it's not even 25 miles per hour, it's 35. That's not too shabby. You know what I just said too? It's like it's getting a little bit colder recently, or recently as in today. It's 55 degrees right now. So I just had to wear a hoodie. But now I'm getting to get a little bit warm now. Now I'll let this car in. There you go. I'm not letting the second car in though. It's my right of way. Screw you. Alright, a little bit of a miscalculation on my end. I forgot that this elementary school near me is now just starting, so if I were to leave at around this time, maybe I can go the other way, away from the school, so I don't have to go through this chaos over here. But what was I talking? Oh, yeah. So we had arms yesterday, and dare I even say the best arm workout I've had ever since I started lifting. Starting from January 1st, so I guess technically I didn't start January 1st. But middle of January is when I finally started taking lifting a little bit more seriously and actually having like a little bit of a routine from it. Because November, December was basically just the cardio phase where I go, oh, I just want to lose weight. I don't care about muscle. I'm going to do so much cardio that I'm going to be able to run a marathon. Spoiler alert, I am not able to run a marathon. Cardio is still quite difficult on me, so that's why I've been challenging myself to do 30 minutes of daily cardio. That being said, though, am I doing cardio right? I'm not sure yet, to be honest. There's still a lot of nuances to it that I still need to figure out. I think there is a part where I need to go check later on once I stop driving. But if there's a mild chance that I did not record for like the past, what has been like 4 or 5 minutes of me driving and I've been just talking to myself, that's going to be a pretty interesting image on its own too. But this, not December, what is it? Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. On the 4-day split, if yesterday was arms, today it is going to be legs. My infamous leg workout. And why do I say it infamous now? I remember one time, this was like several months ago, I had a friend named, sounds funny when I say a friend named, it makes it sound like I'm not friends with that person or they don't exist anymore. No, this friend named Eric still exists and I still love them dearly. I had a workout with them and I remember them saying, wait, there's more to this workout? Because I was back then, I was just spamming volume and I didn't really think about, the quality per se. But now, I hope to see that he sees this one day and he sees that I've, while the workout is still long, it's not because I added in more volume, it's because legs are very taxing and it takes me a lot of rest period between each set. Hence making the workout even longer. And recently too, with my current set, I've been trying to think of it as I've been working on 2 body parts per workout. But in legs, since I can't ignore the calves either, I have 3 body parts to work out, which means there is more time to be had at the gym. So first on the agenda, calves. Right after that is going to be hamstrings. And then right after that is going to be the quads. I've been really liking that ideology for the time being, just because one thing I didn't like about my previous leg exercise is that, like, if I were to just like do like a quad exercise, my mentality was if I do quads and then go to a hamstring exercise, then I get more rest from my quad so that whatever quad exercise I do next, I'm more fueled up, or not fueled up in a way, less fatigued in a way. But then the more I thought about it, and especially watching, what was it, a couple different fitness influencers / YouTubers here and there, and then reading a couple articles too, I kind of do like the idea of just exhausting one body part at a time, just because then, like, I don't have to worry about it after that, right? So, like, for example, calves and hamstrings, I really feel like for the current quad exercises I do not play any role in supporting my lifts during that time. So if I were to just get calves out of the way, because let's be honest, nobody really likes working out calves. I mean, maybe some people do. That's why I said most people. Did I? But do I like working out calves? No, I do not. But do I realize they're also a very important part of your leg? Yes. So I'm going to still spam 8 to 12 sets whenever I get a pump or whenever I feel like they got a very good fatiguing feeling to them. But I do feel like maybe I can shorten the amount of sets I do on calves, because typically right now I'm still doing around 10 to 12 sets of calves. Maybe if I really focus on getting a good stretch at the bottom portion, I can maybe even reduce that to 8 sets, just so I can save myself a little bit of time perhaps. So I'm thinking today a seated calf to start off, seated calf raises, and maybe I really focus on getting a good stretch at the bottom portion and then shooting back up. Maybe 3 to 4 sets of that, maybe 3 sets. Maybe I'll try to do 3 hard sets of that into standing calf raises, which I do feel personally a lot better at. Like, the seated calf raises do give me like a crazy fatiguing feeling, but I don't really get like an adequate pump from it, some might even say. But I do like the standing calf raises. I am a big fan of that. And after that, we go right into the normal agenda of hamstrings, which is probably going to be starting out with Smith machine RDLs. But I have seen some videos and people saying that cable RDLs are apparently really good too, and apparently give some people less back pain. But I don't know. You do have to count on the fact that all the exercises that you pick have to be fun for you as well. So if I do an exercise that I'm just forcing myself to do it because I saw an influencer do it, but then I do it and it's not fun, I'm gonna feel less motivated to do it, right? Just like the fact that I'm clutching on for dear life for this camera to not tip over so I don't smash my phone screen on the way to the gym. Because there was some pretty rough hits that I had right onto the center of the center console when I was driving in around earlier. But haven't been to the gym this early in a while. But calves, hamstrings, ooh, we're reaching rocky territory with the speed bump. Calves are going to be a seated calf raise, standing calf raise, and maybe a single leg calf variety to finish off the workout. So maybe I'll do 3 sets, 2 sets for a total of 8 sets, and just make them really, really good, strong sets. After that, I'm gonna do hamstrings, which is usually always been starting off with, as I said, Smith machine RDLs, Romanian deadlifts, some might even say, straight into the hamstring curl machine, which is always very easy or not easy, it's a very difficult exercise if I'm being honest. And then right into a single leg variation of hamstring, whether that be, I've been using the lying down one for the single leg, because I like doing the lighter weight and then just really getting like a nice contraction and squeeze. Because if I do the lying down one like with a lot of weight on it, I always found that it kind of bugged with my knees a little bit. So I always in the mentality, if it feels weird on my joints, I'm not gonna do it. Or if it feels weird on my joints, but I feel a really good exercise, like benefit from it, maybe I need to check out my form. After that hamstrings, I'm thinking on quads, we do hack squats. One thing I've been really enjoying recently is I do hack squats, and after I'm done with my hack squat set, I go right into 2 sets, still on the same machine, but with no weight on it, and then just doing 2 sets of sissy squats, or like sissy-ish squats, if I could even call it that. It's just more quad focus. I put my feet as low as I can on the platform, and then I really just try to go until pure failure. Right into leg extensions, and then single leg extensions on the same machine, and then I'm gonna call it a day from there. Let's see if I actually get some sets filmed in today. Oh my god, I can't. Whoa! Back in the little cubby hole in the center console because I don't want to replace my phone because I want it to be silly and put it on a tripod while I drive and then have it smash into every single piece of plastic in the vicinity. That being said, we did survive already, whatchamacallit, 3-4-ish falls and collisions. But today, legs are accomplished. I'm actually I can't do my typical legal turn right now. It seems there's a lot of cars. So I'm going to be a law-abiding citizen and not cut across the parking lot. And I'm cutting across the parking lot anyway because all the cars have disappeared now. How convenient. But legs have been hit. I don't want to say too sufficiently. I think I had an extremely good quad workout, but calves and hamstrings left a little bit to be desired, if I'm being honest. Starting from calves, I tried reducing the volume today, and I think at this point, after having tested out legs for a couple months now, I think I can take the volume of calves today, because I started out with 3 sets of seated calf raises, and I recorded 1 set of standing calf raises out of the 4 that I had. And then I finished it off. Oh, wait, I don't think I even did 4 on standing calf raises. I think I did 3, 3, 2 for a total of 8 sets. Let me turn on my blinker real quick. So I only did 8 sets of calves today, which they did get a pump. I'll give them that. They were indeed pumped by the end of it. Were they fully pumped though? I don't think so. And they also don't really feel very tired. And I will still say, I feel like I never really had my calves be very sore after like a calves workout, like especially the day after. Like they could be a little bit tender on the day of, but the next day I feel like I never actually had any calf soreness. So maybe I got to up the intensity a little bit. Maybe I got to go for a longer stretch, perhaps even. Maybe hold it at the bottom position a little bit more, because that's where I really feel like that calf stretch. Because I don't know yet, like I don't think I have underdeveloped calves. Obviously I can't really do a pump check while I'm seated in the car right now, unless now you can't even see any leg right now. Maybe if the pump is still somewhat withstanding at the house, we'll do a full body mirror checkup to see how the legs are progressing. But as I said, calves left a little bit more to be desired. I only did 8 sets, but I think I might bump that back up to maybe 12, maybe even more than that, maybe 11 to 12 sets. See how I feel about the next leg day for calves. Is that going to take extra long time? Yes. That's going to be like an extra, like, since I only did 8 sets today, if we added another 4 sets, that could, for all we know, add another 20 minutes into the workout. I don't think it'll add 20 minutes because I'm moving calves. So I don't think I'll be resting that long in between. But yeah, calves, not the best. I'll definitely say not the best. I do think the last calf workout I did with Slink, which was on Friday, was a way better calf pump because I definitely did a lot more sets that day. Hamstrings today too also, they felt fatigued, like they felt worked, but they didn't feel that pumped though. Like I definitely had hamstring days where I definitely felt a lot more like heat in my, like legitimate heat in my leg because from all the blood flowing to them. But they still got worked. I think I want to lower the weight on RDLs and maybe focus on form a little bit more because I recorded a couple sets of RDLs too, as you guys have already seen, but they felt good. But when I do heavier stuff on RDLs, I tend to focus more on the weight and just getting it back up than on the actual stretch, which I feel like for RDLs, for me personally, it's the feeling of the stretch that should be important. Or Romanian deadlift, stiff leg deadlift, apparently they're the same thing. So whatever you want to call it, whatever variation of deadlift that I did today that is not a normal deadlift, feels good on the hamstrings. But I'm thinking next time I lower the weight a little bit and then just really accentuate that stretch, and maybe I'll do like a really slow upwards motion. Actually, that's another thing I need to tinker with. I need to see if I feel the stretch more going down or going up, and then really accentuate that stretch portion a lot more. And now I'm trying to think too, like I just did the exercise like an hour ago, but now I forgot, guys. But we did 3 sets of RDLs on the Smith machine, right into, I can't remember if I did 3 or 4 sets of seated leg curls, which is my preferred hamstring exercise because I don't know if I mentioned it, but the lying down leg curl, I have nothing against it, and I know some people swear by it too, but it makes my knees hurt if I go too heavy on them. So what did I do? Spoiler alert, you guys already saw it. I also didn't record any of the seated leg curls because I was really busy and I was like sandwiched in between people, so I felt kind of awkward filming in my own little bubble. I mean, I definitely could have, right? But at that point I was still a little camera shy, some might even say. But that camera shyness is slowly going away more and more, because now I'm just thinking, what do these people care about? I definitely got a couple weird looks today, especially from older people. Not saying older people as in like a derogatory term. I'm not going like, hey, the boomers really thought I was harassing them with my kid. Nah, it was just like they looked over, they were like kind of confused, and they're probably thinking, what is this small fella doing with this little camera set up with this little tripod up at the gym? And if you guys can't tell either, I wanted to get like a more full body shot too, but I didn't want to have like other people in the shot because obviously I want to respect their privacy too, right? That being said, I'm not a popular YouTuber. I'm not monetizing this. It's quite literally like my journal entries. I don't like the word vlog too much because then that feels too much like a hassle to me for some reason. So if these are like my daily little vlog, oh God, and I just said the word I said hate. These are my daily little journal entries focused on going to the gym. But yep, calves hit, hamstring hit because we did RDLs 3 sets, seated leg curls, I believe I did 4 sets. Yeah, it was 4 sets. And then I did lying leg curls with a lower weight and doing single leg at a time for about 2 sets, I believe. And I think I finished it up with both legs, just as like a burnout set, just to get like that final fatigue and pump in. But today's calf or quad workout, I think, is the one that I am sufficiently worked on, because I couldn't show it because that'd be really funny to film myself walking to the car. But like even like the little 1-minute walk that I have back to the car was a struggle, if I'm being honest, right over here. You know why? I opened the door, and then each step I took was I had to physically and like mentally actually tell myself while walking to not crumple underneath the weight of my own body weight while that person's riding an e-bike on the middle of a 45-mile-per-hour road. That is brave. That is crazy, actually. Like, I mean, I know there's like the whole like niche or notion that like people really don't like cyclists on the road. I don't mind them as long as, you know, they don't get angry at me if I just give them the space too, right? But I, personally speaking, as a person who likes bicycling as well, I cannot catch myself actually using the cycle lane in any road that's higher than 35 miles per hour, because I get hit by a car going 35 plus miles per hour. I don't think I'm going to make it on a bike. Maybe I can sneak by if I got hit by something going 25 miles per hour and under, but 35 plus, especially if I'm like, I can't see if somebody hits me from behind too. A little bit frightening to say the least. This guy cut into my corner. But quads, we started out with some, funny enough too, there's only one hack squat machine at the gym. So it was taken. So what did I do? Did I wait for the machine? Technically, yes, I did. But you still got to warm up, right? I can't just go straight into a working set, right? So what did I do? I picked up the old barbell and I occupied a squat rack for the first time in months, actually. I haven't done a normal conventional barbell squat in months. Is there anything wrong with it? No, I think it's a grand exercise. I think it's a fun exercise. Only thing I don't like is the setup. The setup, you got to warm up. The bar feels heavy. The bar feels tough on you, which is another part that I really enjoy too. It feels like a very like, how should I say, like a tough exercise. Like I feel so cool doing a barbell squat in the squat rack, especially when you kind of get into the zone and you just look at yourself in the mirror and just going, and I just feel like a movie character, a main character, some might even say too. But I actually did my warm-ups with the barbell. Did the bar, couple reps, put a 25 pound on each side, did a couple reps, put the 45 on each side, did a couple reps, kept the 45s and added in another 20 pounds for each side, did a couple reps. But I would definitely say, I think what is that in total? 45, 135, add in 40. 175 for a warm-up was not too shabby, if I say so the least. And it's crazy to me that I could warm up with that. So definitely, that being said, I didn't do too many reps of the 175 because I could definitely feel a little bit of fatigue setting in, a little bit of, you know, actual work being done where I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do 3, and that was my warm-up. But that's crazy to me. I haven't done barbell squat, as I said, in months, and I've just mainly been doing hack squats because it's just really, really convenient. Because think about it, barbell squat, you got to set up to your height, you got to re-rack, you got to put weights on. On the hack squat machine, I just sit down on it, put the weights I want to put on, and then I just go and do my reps. And failing on hack squat too, I feel a little bit safer because it can't collapse on me. Technically speaking, it can't collapse on me. A freak accident might happen, but so far I think I've been doing all right and no freak accidents will be occurring, especially with the weights I'm pushing. But I remember I used to use 145 or 135 on barbell squat as my working set. But today, the fact that I got to use it as a warm-up today did bring a big smile to me, because that's progress right there. Like, it's not like I could never imagine myself repping 135 on squats, but just to have it be a warm-up now instead of being the working set, I am a little bit happy about that. And not only that, to add more weight and still use it as my warm-up, as I'm using quotation warm-up because I definitely felt a little bit more work being done in the 175 set. But hack squat, 4 sets, reps of 10, because last time I did legs on Friday, I did 4 sets, but it was 8, 8, 10, 10. So today I challenged myself and I said, oh, what if I progressively overload? And I did, instead of 8, 8, 10, 10, I did 10, 10, 10, 10. Only issue that I have with hack squats though is that like I get so tired during the set, especially with like my actual breathing, where I'm like, I have to take minor breaks in between. So I'm wondering, is that too much of like a cheat for me personally? Like, should I not be doing that? Should I lower the weight and just try to do, you know, actual consistent reps? But I don't know, I still feel a good pump, a great fatigue after then, so maybe it's nothing too wrong. So we'll be experimenting with my current methodology with my hack squat reps, where it's okay for me to personally take a little breather in between a set, because if I can pump out a couple more, that's still more work being done. But then my personal favorite recently has been using the hack squat. After I'm finished with my 4 sets of it, I take off all the weights, and I think the base weight of the hack squat machine is like, it's either 85, 90, it's either between 80 to 90 pounds, whatever the base weight is. I do that, I take off all the weights, I put my feet as low as I can on the platform, And then it's basically half, like my heel is hanging off at that point. And then I do a variation of what I call the hack squat, the hack squat machine sissy squat, where I really focus on only having quad activation, really let my knees go over my toes, and then really just get in deep and then shoot back up, and then just keep on doing that until I quite literally burn out, until failure. And I think today I gotta go replay the reps real quick, but I think I hit 15, and both sets were to utter and complete failure. I could not get it back up. And then the grand finale of any good quad workout, in my opinion, is the grand old leg extension machine. I did, how many sets did I do? I think I did 4 sets of 8 to 10, which was a little bit disappointing because last time I did the same weight and I did it for 10 reps for 4 sets. So we did drop, especially towards the end of the workout, where I only got around 8 to maybe 7-ish good reps, and then I just had to keep doing partials. Maybe I should actually write down 7 to 10, because I don't really know if I actually did 8 full reps. Maybe I actually got to lower the weight on leg extensions recently. Maybe leg extensions weight was a little bit egotistical today, but finished out with single leg extensions. Those felt really good. And then the grand finale, as I said, was the walk back to the car, where I'm like, it felt like I was like in my mind playing a video game of making sure my character doesn't fall back to the car. Luckily today though, there were no cars letting me yield and walk across, so I didn't have to do like the really embarrassing hobble walk as I graciously waved them thank you for letting me walk by. But legs have been sufficiently hit. Sets have actually been recorded today. So what a little treat. Whoa, it's not even over yet. So this is your daily reminder. If you are a creatine enjoyer, such as myself, just got back into the house. 5 grams of creatine per day. Looks decent enough. I don't even stir this into my drink anymore because I think creatine producers lied when they said this dissolves in drinks. It doesn't. I swear to God it doesn't. So bone apple teeth. Delicious, delicious sand. So I'm not really sure yet what I want to eat today, but actually I think I'm pretty sure what I want to eat. There's rice made. There's eggs, half a carton, since I didn't use the full carton yesterday. So I'm thinking 250 grams of egg whites. 2 to 3 eggs, whole eggs, depending on how I'm feeling. I'm thinking 3 eggs though. I'm feeling eggs today. And then a protein shake. I actually just drink the protein shake right now actually. Why? A quick protein source right after a workout is indeed quite recommended. Is this the right lid? Found the right lid now. Ooh, I'm back in frame now. So what will I do? The remainder of this coconut water is going into my nice little see-through mug, which unfortunately only amounts to this much liquid. So what do we do in a dire situation like that? We top the rest off with water. Is this quite a dastardly concoction of water mixed with coconut water with a little scoop of protein in it? Maybe. But if gains are want to be had, you must make a small amount of sacrifice occasionally. So what do I do after that? 31 grams of my protein powder, which you might be thinking, oh, I see you constantly use that one. Is that your favorite? Technically, I don't even have a favorite. This is just the one that they sell at Costco, and it was on sale. And it's whey protein isolate, which means it has no lactose in it. So I will not have a tummy ache after I consumed this. 32 grams it seems, because I didn't scoop it out properly. But we give it a little oh my god, my leg. So this is what I mean. There are occasionally times after like a good leg workout. Am I overworking my legs? I don't know. I watched one video where they said quads can take a lot of damage. So what did I do? I made it my sole goal that every time I do any leg workout that I make sure that my quads are annihilated as I leave the gym. Also, now that I'm indoors now, I kind of want to take the hoodie off. If you guys want to know a little gross fact, why did I wear the hoodie now? If I get exceptionally sweaty at the gym, especially case example, this shirt, this poor cotton shirt is quite drenched right now, is that I wear the hoodie when I get back to my car so I do not have a direct layer of wet clothing touching my car seat. Fascinating information, right? But disgusting concoction has been made. Doesn't taste too bad though, if I'm being honest, because I just think of it as a direct muscle injection. I am not gagging at the sight of this, I swear. But cheers, fellas. We have finished a leg day. Together? Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna go drink this now. The audio be out of sync today? I don't know. But once, as always, to save myself doing... It's not like I don't do the dishes, but, you know, there's a little bit of leftover right here. Put a little bit more water. You swish it around, and when I actually go do the dishes later on, this is gonna be so much of an easier wash now, if you think about it. Oh, all right. That in the sink, let it soak. I haven't heard of that one before, right? And then, you know what's actually next on the agenda is actually going to be right over there. If I can, let's see if I can angle this properly. Why is this camera arm so stiff? I'll just show you. That's the dishes I did this morning. So what do we do now as a law-abiding citizen? We put them away, as boring as that sounds. So, I'm going to go do that, think about what I'm going to eat, but it's probably going to be 300 grams of rice, 250 grams of egg whites, 3 eggs, and that should be enough carbs and protein for at least lunch. Yeah. Wow, so much egg. I also had a little treat. I had some zucchini Korean pancakes. Zucchini and onion, I believe, too. I think my mom made these, actually. With a little bit of leftover soup from yesterday. I don't think my audio's in sync again, too, looking at this. But a little bit of seaweed, some rice, some purple rice, too. What a treat. Eggs. And now I'm going to chow down and hope that I can recover at a rapid pace from this leg day that I had. Yeah, sounds good. I'll see you guys later.